Hey everyone, welcome back. So for today, I'm going to be showing you how I created this summery, beachy themed set of press-ons, and I even tried out a few new techniques and ended up loving how this set turned out. So I will take you through step by step on how I achieved this. So to start off, of course, I have my tips already buffed and prepped and ready to go. These are just a medium almond length. I wanted to use these for my display since this will be a set that I'm putting on my press-on shop. So I'm first going to go in with our main base colors, and we have Royal Blue from Blue Sky and then this Sandy Nude shade from Born Pretty. And this royal blue is perfect for what I wanted because I am recreating those very trendy water nails that you see all over social media right now. And I wanted it to be a blue that had a little more opacity than a typical jelly shade or a syrup shade. This one was perfect with the one coat. It gave me the look that I was going for. If I were to do two coats, this would have been extremely opaque, so I just left it at the one coat because I'm trying to emulate that water look. Now for this sandy nude shade, I'm putting this on two of the nails entirely, and then I'm going to ombre both the nude and the blue on the thumb to create the shore of the beach. Let's get into the ombre nail. So I'll be using a typical ombre brush for this process, and I'm starting off by taking that sandy nude shade and applying it to the bottom half of the nail. And I'm trying to get the coats as even as possible. I do two coats on this just so it's a little bit more opaque, but I want it to be nice and even so the colors blend into each other very nicely. And then I will be taking that royal blue and applying it to the upper half of the nail, and I try to push the color into the nude so it doesn't get on my brush or anything, so they kind of get pushed into each other, and then I will start the ombre process with the brush. So for my ombre, I am taking my ombre brush vertically and I am lightly feathering those two colors into each other where they meet in the center of the nail. And then I'm going to flip my brush horizontally and then quickly and lightly feather those two colors together further to create a nice even blend. Like I said, I am doing two coats, and with each coat it'll look even more seamless, so this is just the way that I've found personally where I get the best blend with the least amount of streaks, especially because these two colors are very opposite of one another. It can be a little harder to blend sometimes, so I just find this method to be the best for that. While that's curing in the lamp, I'm going to jump into the glitter, and I selected this one by Show Me Korea from the Bella B Swanky collection. And I thought this would be the perfect sparkling sand color on top of that nude, and I was right, it looks so pretty. And there's also royal blue flecks of glitter in this particular glitter, so I thought that it just would tie in the blue from the nail as well, so it was just the perfect selection for this set, and I end up using it on the thumbnail as well. Now that our beach nail is done curing, I'm going to go in with that second coat, and this is where it's really going to come together nicely. It doesn't have to be a completely perfect seamless blend because I'm going to be adding some white detail work to really make it look like the water is crashing onto the shore of the beach. I just wanted them to blend together enough so it looked like the water and the shoreline were meeting naturally. Now let's get the process started for the water nails. I am taking a white gel polish, just a tiny bit, and a no wipe top coat, and I'm going to mix those two together to create a very thin milky white layer to create that water effect. Now, I've seen people use milky white gel polishes. I did try that before this method, and to be completely honest with you, I really didn't like the results. The milky white was almost too milky and didn't create that water look that I was going for. So I've seen many people use this top coat and white gel technique, and it always looks amazing. And once I tried it for myself, I really liked it and preferred it over the white jelly polish. Next to my mixture here, I have a little dollop of just plain no wipe top coat because I will be using that with my dotting tool to create the actual water look on the nail. But first I have to take a thin layer and evenly apply it all over the nail. Try to get it as even as possible just so you get the best results as possible. So once that's all evenly applied, I'm going to take a dotting tool and dip into that no wipe top coat and just start randomly dotting around the nail. The no wipe top coat almost acts as a blooming gel and separates the white from the blue underneath and creates that water look, which is so cool. Now, I'm not sure if a blooming gel would work the same. Every tutorial I've seen creating this look has all been done with a no wipe top coat, so I just stuck with that. I didn't want to experiment too much and not have it turn out the way I wanted to because everyone else's results were so beautiful, so I just stuck with the no wipe top coat. And after you give it a few seconds to kind of spread out and do its thing, you are left with that gorgeous water effect, and that's exactly what I wanted for this nail set. And it's so easy to achieve. I feel like anyone could do this. It is so simple, and I love when techniques look like they're complex, but they're the easiest thing in the world. The next nail I'm going to work on is the shell nail, and I wanted to create that natural shell look. So I'm using that same white I had used earlier to create the milky mixture for our water nails, and I'm also taking this cool toned darker brown, and using that ombre brush I am coating the bristles and just horizontally swiping it across the nail to create lines. And then I'm going to cure that real quick and layer it with the brown. And that's going to give it that natural shell look that you would see on a seashell. Now, you can arch these, which I kind of wish I did, but it looks fine this way as well. But you can also arch them a little bit so you get like a curve to make it look like a natural shell, if that makes sense. I'll put a picture up so you get what I'm saying. Honestly, either way, it looks like a shell, so whether you arch it or not, it's fine. Now back to that beach shore nail. I'm taking that same white that I just used to create the lines on the shell nail, and I'm taking a gel brush and I'm just going to pat it where the nude meets the blue and where they would ombre together on the nail. And this is where I'm kind of creating that wave effect that looks like the water is crashing onto the shore, creating that white foam. That's the look that I'm going for. So I start with this gel polish as the first layer, and then after that cures, I'm going to take a white embossing gel, which is a much thicker consistency and can also help create the appearance of texture on the nail. So I wanted the waves to be dimensional and have some texture to them, and I think this gel worked perfectly for that because it has that consistency that's a little bit thicker and stiffer. So I'm just using the same brush with that embossing gel and really patting to create little peaks within that white gel. I really play around with it, make sure it's positioned where I want it to, and try to feather it into the water a little bit so it blends. I also will go in with some alcohol and clean off my brush and kind of fade it into that blue just so it looks a little more natural like a wave would. And the final step before adding our charms is to add the glitter on the sand portion of the nail. Since I'm not doing the water effect on the blue, I wanted to incorporate the glitter and just make the nail pop a little more. Now that the base painting is all complete on the nails, we can go in with our decorating and embellishments. So I'm using these really pretty iridescent white pearls. I felt that they fit the theme of this set really well instead of just the plain white ones, and I like the little iridescence to them. They just add a nice touch to the nails. So I place 3 different sizes staggered up both of the water nails, and then I use them on a few of the other nails as well, which you will see shortly. And I am using my McCart rhinestone glue. I just applied it off camera to save some time. So these gold and silver under the sea theme charms are so cute, and I knew I had to use them on this set. And I'm using both silver and gold. I wanted to mix the metals. And for the beach nail, I'm going in with a little starfish and then 2 shells in different sizes and kind of just place them on the nail to look like a little beach scene. For the full glitter nail, I'm taking the iridescent pearls, gold caviar beads, and some shells and starfish charms, and I'm just diagonally placing them across the nail from base to the tip. Next up we have the shell nail, and I'm taking a clear builder gel and we'll be creating that 3D shell effect that is also extremely popular right now. So how I did the other hand before I did this one was I actually top coated this nail with no wipe top coat, and then I went in with these 3D gel elements. I totally goofed and forgot to do that on this nail, but that is normally what I do because you have to wipe this builder gel, and since I don't want those 3D elements to get lost within the top coat, I will take this same brush I'm using and then go over those after I wipe them with clear top coat, and it helps them stay very prominent and they don't get lost in the top coat. So that's what I did on the other nail. I just totally forgot to do that on this one for some reason. But it's okay. I went in with a very thin layer of top coat and took a brush in between each line to help them not get lost. Then to complete this nail, I take a little bit of rhinestone glue at the base, add in my gold starfish, a pearl, and then a couple gold caviar beads. Now for the final step, we just have to apply some top coat, and of course I went with a glossy no wipe top coat. And I made sure to coat all of the metal charms and pearls very thoroughly, just so if you were to wash your hands or something, the charms don't lose their finish. And that is the final result. I'm so happy with how these nails turned out. I love both of the new techniques I tried with the water and the shell. I think this is the perfect summer beachy nail set, and I could not be happier with the results. I'm so pleased with them. This set is going to be available on my Etsy shop as well. After creating this set, I have so many more ideas for some summery beachy nails. I have a few mermaid sets I want to do. I'm feeling just super inspired, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and of course, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will catch you all in my next video. Bye everyone!